hours of learning together, being together. And that Ujjayi Pranama makes us all smile together. I think it is one of the best times, I think, in our, especially people for retiring folks, retired folks. I think this is a great opportunity for us to meet every day.
I agree with
Yes, I agree with you. And I also say it's a blessing every time I have a session.
Oh.
Every time this meditation session is a great blessing.
you. Very true.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Namaste, Balmukam.
It makes me so much, gives me so much joy.
Namaste,
when I hear all this. Namaste, Raman and Bhagwati ji. कैसे हैं आप लोग?
सब ठीक है.
So it gives me great joy every day,
Absolutely.
Everybody
we're
comes
all
in shining.
mentally looking after each other, looking at each other. What a great motivation when I see everybody every day.
Yeah.
It gives me some sense of, what you call, hey, I'm not in this alone, I'm with everybody. We're all going through the same thing and improving ourselves, mentally and physically.
Yeah. It's a sense of belongingness.
Yes.
Sense of community.
Mm-hmm.
Namaste Ashok ji, कैसे हैं?
हेलो बालमुकुंद जी, कैसे हैं?
I'm very good.
मैं सुमेश बोल रही हूँ.
सुमेश जी, आपको मैंने ईमेल किया, सुमेश जी.
मिल गया? ईमेल? अच्छा, मैंने देखा नहीं, मिला नहीं शायद.
आपको मैंने भेज दिया.
और उसका लिंक तो नहीं है 4 जुलाई वाली मीटिंग का?
नहीं, आपको जो चाहिए था आप वो ईमेल का रिप्लाई कर दीजिएगा और मैंने अपना फोन नंबर भी आपको दे दिया है, तो जस्ट इन केस सो वी कैन टॉक देन ऑन फोन.
थैंक यू.
It's 5:26. So time for Naresh ji to crack a joke.
वाह, मैं तो जोकर नहीं हूँ.
नरेश जी नमस्कार.
नमस्ते जी, नमस्ते.
You don't have to be a joker. You can be a stand-up comedian also.
Sure. Thank you.
नमस्ते जी.
Well, I'm going to turn it off because now you are going to start your.
Uncle like. Okay.
So we have 875 people who have registered so far.
Very good.
And but we have not crossed 170 people.
Namaste, Sudhaben.
Hello.
How many are attending?
We have not crossed more than 170 people. So I wonder, it should be, back in the early in the day, we used to have 25% attendance. So for 875 people, we should have at least 210 people in the class.
Is the registration all unique?
I think so.
In India, is it some people joined it from India? I send it to India.
Really? Okay. It is possible. It is possible that more people are joining in from India, but this is not a suitable time for them. That's why the number of registration is rising, but not the attendance.
How many are viewing the YouTube?
No, not many people. Like 5 people, 7. Yeah, 5 to 7 people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But typically, so today will be the test.
East Coast alone, Balmukund, or West Coast also? Because I see a lot of people from India joining the West Coast session.
Yeah, West Coast is a lot of India people because it's 6 a.m. in India. East Coast is, 3 a.m. in India, so it's not a suitable time for them.
No, this number you shared, 875, is it for the East Coast session alone?
Yeah, just East Coast session, just this webinar.
So are these people getting reminders also, or no?
Yeah. I think what's happening is people get reminders, and then if they don't open the reminder emails, then it automatically goes into their spam folder or something, and then people start forgetting.
Oh.
So I need to figure out a way to nudge people without being too intrusive. And for that, I need to start writing personal emails and telling them.
We have some people, Balmukund, we have some people who basically came once or twice and then they stopped coming. So we had talked to them also, but hey, it didn't suit me kind of.
Answer,
they signed up, but
yeah. That's okay. Ultimately 170 people doing it just one session. is itself is a big deal for something, for a service that started
And
only
then,
2 months ago.
there are two people in some families, so it's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
more than
That's-
200.
It's more than 200, 170 unique registration, but actually there are so many families who are doing together. So it's probably like 200, 220 people who are doing it.
Yeah.
So that
So I
itself
have
is
a
a big number.
question.
I
Yes.
think it's
About
time to start.
So have we already paid a subscription for this? Because GeoMeet apparently allows up to 500 free of charge.
Yeah. We can test GeoMeet. I mean, Geo's business model is very obvious. Offer something for free so that you
Yeah.
can steal all the competitors' subscribers and then start charging a steep fee. So it's fine.
But the
It's fine,
views
but
on
Advertisement will start popping up.
No, it's okay. I mean, GeoMeet, ultimately, people want to move out of Zoom, a lot of people, but so far Zoom is the only service that is the most reliable. So, but we'll test it. We should test it. Maybe we'll hold some of our internal meetings on air, GeoMeet, and see how they go. If they're good, then we'll go. Yeah.
No, GeoMeet.
All right. I'm going to mute everybody. It's time to start the session. We are already behind. So good evening, everybody. I'm Bal Mukund, and welcome to our yoga family. Some basics about yoga. So yoga is different from Western medicine, and is different in the sense that Western medicine treats the symptoms of a particular condition, whereas yoga, while it is reducing the symptoms, is actually working towards the root cause of illnesses in the body. And yoga primarily works by stress reduction in the body. It can be done with physical exercises, breathing exercises, mantras, and other meditative practices. One common thing about all these, all the yogic practices is that the mind does not wander. So keep the awareness within you and focus your mind on your breath and visualize the part of the body that's being exercised. That'll bring maximum benefit through yoga. Yoga is designed to increase the energy of communication in body systems. It stimulates better immune system and body's repair mechanism. It makes you feel better and minor issues get resolved. But the same set of palliative yoga exercises can also have a therapeutic effect. In fact, Dr. Rajan has innovated on a very unique yoga therapy method called measured yoga therapy, where we measure how the nadis on your fingertips are performing, and that gives us a window into how different organs or organ systems are performing and where does the root cause of the illnesses lie. And on the basis of that, Dr. Rajan can recommend some very specific targeted exercises that will benefit your condition the most. And if any of you have any such conditions you want to talk about, today's forum is not the right forum because it is a public forum, but please feel free to send me an email. I'll put my email address in the chat box. It's also written here, balmukund.dhar@gmail.com. And I can schedule a personal consultation for you with Dr. Rajan. I know some of you are waiting and I've not responded to that emails. Some points to note about today's class. Please follow instructions to avoid adverse reactions. Very important instruction here is to keep your spine straight. And if you don't have the upper body strength or if you're feeling tired, take the support from the back of the chair or the wall behind you. Do your practice gently without strain. In fact, if it is too much strain on the body, then it's not yoga by definition. And so do it within your individual capacity. It is not a competition. And there's a limit in duration or count of specific exercises. Dr. Rajan would say that. So please follow it. When you have doubt, avoid the practice or seek clarification. But remember that the liability is entirely yours. Do not multitask or merge two exercises. The slower you do, the more beneficial it is for you. And the other very important thing is regular discipline practice. So if you miss a day, use the video recording that we upload on our yoga channel, Life in Yoga Rajan on YouTube. And typically we broadcast it live and it gets saved automatically there. And some days if you miss, then we upload it later. Remember that yoga is not just a physical exercise. It is a lot more than that. But it is not a religious practice either. So people from all religions are welcome and it does not interfere with any of those religious practices. Yoga brings good health of the mind and the body. It brings inner awareness and it brings a sense of cosmic connection. And with that, I'll welcome you to our yoga family and I'll let Dr. Rajan start today's session.
We will start with 3 ohms as usual. Take a deep breath in. As usual, we begin with chakra vibration. Bring your focus to the perineum. And well, just in case somebody is new, the perineum is in between the genital and the anus. And when you're sitting, that's a part that doesn't touch the floor or the seat that you're sitting on. And as we squeeze there, we do the mantra Lam, and we use the mudra, the little finger pressing against the thumb. Take a deep breath in and let's go. Lam. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Now bring your awareness 1 inch above the perineum, and this is the place behind where we urinate. There we press the ring finger against the thumb and use the mantra Vam. Take a deep breath in. Vam. 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 Release the finger and continue. Vam. Vam. Last time. Vam. Now bring the awareness behind the navel, and as we draw into the navel, we do the mantra Ram, and keep the middle finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Ram. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Ram. 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 Last time. Ram. Bring the awareness in between the breasts and the middle of the body. And here we do the sound yum. And we hold the mudra, the index finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum. Yum.
Yum. Yum. Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum. Yum. Yum. Release the mudra and continue. Yum. Last time. Yum. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do the sound hum, and we keep the thumbs up mudra. Take a deep breath in. Hum. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Hum. Last time. Hum. Middle of the head, we do the sound chum. Take a deep breath in and thumbs up mudra. Chum. Chum. Release the mudra and continue. Chum. Top of the head, we do Om. Take a, and again, thumbs up mudra. Om. Release the mudra and continue. Now we go on to our Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing. Those of you who know it, please continue. And those of you who are new, keep your eyes closed all the time and observe your throat, how you feel. It should feel normal. Now, as you watch your throat, make a big smile and observe how you feel a very slight stretch in the throat. And observing the slight stretch in the throat, inhale and exhale very slowly, where you feel the air rubbing at the throat. So take a deep breath in. Exhale and watch my hand, how slowly I do it. Inhale. Exhale. And continue. Now, let's go on to the silent mantra, Haim Im Feel line from the sternum and going up to the top of the head. Haim Im Haim Im Let it flow and focus on it. You don't say it verbally, just mentally feel the vibration. Continue. Okay, now we will go on to our spinal alignment exercise, starting with the neck. As you exhale, bring one ear towards the shoulder and inhale, come back to the starting position. And exhale, go towards the other shoulder. Inhale, come back to the starting position and continue. And of course, Bal Mukund has told you all the right ways to do the practices here, keeping the spine straight, and all movements are smooth and easy. And the breath is an indicator of how you're doing it. The breath has to be slow and smooth. As you inhale, come back to the starting position. And as you exhale, rotate your head as if you're looking over one shoulder. And as you inhale, come back. Exhale, look the other way. And inhale, come back. Continue. Now, as you inhale, take the head back. And as you exhale, bring the chin towards the chest and continue. Okay. Now, as you exhale, as you come down, we do a 360-degree turn, half a circle inhale, and the other half exhale, and continue. Let's go in the reverse direction. Now we get on to our shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up one shoulder, rotate it back and bring it down as you exhale. Inhale the other shoulder, and as you exhale, rotate back, bring it down, and continue. Okay. Now we raise our hands, and as we inhale, lift up the palms, making it perpendicular to the forearm, and extend out your fingers as much as possible. Exhale, thumbs in, and downward facing fist. So inhale and exhale. Continue. Okay. Now, as you inhale and exhale, go around your wrist. One breath is equal to one rotation. Let's go in the opposite direction. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Now elbows in line with the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Keep the palms open and let the fingers and the whole palm move. Inhale and exhale. Now let's go backward. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Now interlock the fingers and bring it behind your head. And as you exhale, turn to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale the other way and inhale, come back. Make sure the elbows are in perfect line, 180 degrees, and the head doesn't lean forward. Keep the head straight. Okay. Now let's do both shoulders together. Inhale, lift up both the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Continue. Okay. Now cross your hands over your opposite knee. Take the other hand behind, and as you exhale, turn. Inhale, come back, go the other side, and continue. Okay. Now, bring your hands behind your hips, slightly above the hips, and the fingers facing downward, and keep it, be seated. And as you inhale, this time as you inhale, push on one hand and make a backward arch. And exhale, come forward, inhale, go the other way and come forward. So alternate hands. Okay. Now, let's cross one leg over the other and get hold of your knee on the top with your interlocked hands. And as you exhale, not only lift it up, but cross it over. And at the same time, turn your head to the same direction as the knee you're holding. Inhale, release, and exhale, pull and turn. Now let's go on to the other leg. Cross it over. As you exhale, pull and turn.
Dr. Narayan, can I do without?
Yes, can you do, what did you say?
I got injection in my leg. I cannot move my leg. Can I do just without moving it?
Sure, you can do without moving. And remember the golden rule of yoga. You never force anything. And if you have any pain, you should do it. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Now we will do cycling with the leg, one leg at a time. Inhale, lift up the leg. Exhale, stretch it out and bring it down. 2. Let's go to the other leg. 1. Excellent. Now we go to our deep breathing, the Bhasrika Pranayam. So there are 2 ways of doing it, as many of you know. Well, the one way is to keep your palms in the abdominal area and feel it exhale fully and then begin. Inhale, feel it come out. Continue inhaling, chest expands and shoulder pulls back. And as you exhale, you feel it all collapse. So this is one way to do the full deep breathing. The other way to do full deep breathing is you keep your hands in a loose fist with elbows by the side of the chest. As you inhale, you feel the abdominal area come out. And as the chest breathes in, you lift up the elbows a little bit. And as the upper lung breathes in, the shoulder pulls back and you open out the palms and stretch backward. And as you exhale, close the fist first and then slowly come down as you exhale completely and the belly goes in. So this is the motion. So do it whichever way you like and we'll all do together and we'll count. If we do only 20 breaths at a time, loose fist. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. And 20. exhale. Relax. Bring down the hands, close your eyes, and observe the sensations in your head and watch it slowly dissipate. Those of you who have sensations, you may find it dissipates downwards from somewhere in the head, start down towards the brain stem, the lower part of the head, and then come into the neck and then slowly go and disappear. Let's go on to the second round, loose fist. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Bring your hands down, keep your eyes closed. Observe the sensations in your head and observe how it dissipates. Some of you may find the vibrations are extending a lot more away from the head, down the spine, down the shoulders, or down the spine, the chest, maybe some people even the hips and the legs. Just observe how the sensation goes. When the sensations have subsided, mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. And if you have a personal mantra, you can do it. Otherwise, watch your breath and listen to the Om in the background. Mentally tell yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, gently lift up your hands and bring it 6 inches in front of your eyes and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. And with that, we'll close the session today. Now, if there are anybody who have not introduced themselves before, feel free to do so. I see some new names over here. So
can I ask you a question, Dr. Rajan?
Yes.
Is 26th July the last day for this session?
No, it never ends. It goes on and on. Oh. I think Bal Mukund is the one who should answer this question.
So typically, Zoom only allows for 50 repetitions of a webinar that you've scheduled. And so when 50 days lapse, close to the 50 days lapse, I will re-extend it for another 50 days. So it goes like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, once you have started it, this will keep going.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Thank you.
Okay. So if there are no new people or people who have not introduced themselves, if they don't
Madhuji wants to say something.
Yeah. Just I want to introduce myself. Yeah, I am Madhu Mittal from Houston. I have met Dr. Rajan before and was under his treatment. Wasni is in and under his treatment, but I recently joined this Zoom yoga exercises.
Namaskar, Madhuji. You're very welcome. So happy to see you.
Thank you, Rajanji. Yeah, I'm sleeping so well after doing these exercises.
Very nice.
Yesterday I slept too much for 11 hours.
Very nice. It probably healed your body well.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
If it was medicine, it will sell for $100 per night.
Yes, that's true. Yes, yes.
Joginder Kundra ji, would you like to introduce yourself? I think we haven't seen you before.
We are from California. My name is Kasturi.
Mm-hmm.
My husband.
Kasturi ji.
Yeah, we live in Bay Area.
Madhu, our relative.
So where do you live? You said somewhere in California. Where in California?
Bay Area, close to San Francisco, San Jose.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So actually, right over there, we have also a West Coast group. We do at 5:30 your time. Now it is 2:30.
Yeah.
But there's the second session that happens at 5:30.
Or maybe we should find a West Coast time. Yeah, that would be good, I think.
There are a few other people who will be near you. There are people from Mountain View and San Mateo and things like that.
Yeah, we'll do that, I think, from tomorrow onwards, probably.
Yeah, let me share the link here for registration on the West Coast.
Okay.
And that's also 6 a.m. India time. So there's a lot of people from India who have started it. So if you have friends and family in India with whom you want to share this link.
Can you send the email to our address?
You can send the email, the link.
So the daily reminder email.
The link, for the West Coast.
Yeah. So in the daily reminder email, if you go at the bottom, not at the bottom, but at the bottom you'll see there's a registration link for East Coast and there's a registration link for West Coast. But let me copy and paste it right here as well, and other people can also use it. So that's the West Coast registration link, and you can register.
Okay, thank you.
By the way, we found yesterday, we had somebody from Australia also coming in. So we added one more continent. So the thing is, you see, this person who came from Australia, it was apparently like 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the morning time. And so the person decided the person will do this as a pre-lunch program at her workplace. Okay. So I suggested to her, why don't you make it a wellness program in your workplace as a pre-lunch wellness program? So anyway, so even Australia came in. So it was very interesting.
East Coast would be a good time for people in Australia. East Coast timing. Because it would be 8:30 a.m. for them in Australia.
Yeah. 8:30 a.m. or 7:30 a.m.?
Sorry. Yeah, 7:30 a.m. Yeah.
Actually,
when we start. Right now it's 8:30. So yeah, it'll be 7:30.
Yes.
So a lot of people in Australia can also do.
So I have a question. Can anybody join it, or the people?
Everybody is welcome.
Okay.
Anybody who is sitting here who invites anyone is always welcome.
Okay.
If they come to the website and find it, they're also welcome.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you. This is the whole world is our family.
Joginder Kundra from East Coast,
Yes.
New Jersey. And thank you. It was a very nice session.
Such a pleasure. May we see you? You can turn your video on.
I had it. How do I do it? Let's see.
Oh, namaste ji.
That's Satyapal Khera ji.
Yes, Satyapal, namaste. I joined about 7-8 days ago, and it was very nice. I have met Dr. Narayan previously.
Okay.
Thank you, Joginder ji. Now I'll recognize you.
My name is Srinivasan and my wife is Vimala. We are living in Dallas, Texas.
Namaste. Welcome.
Linda Nunes Schrag. I think we.
She has introduced herself. She's a
She has-
friend of Anjana Parekh.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So any questions now? Okay. So in that case, what we will do is we are ready to go to the Yoga Sutra.
Narayan.
Sorry, yes.
Many of us have little big bellies nowadays. Can we use our hands to, when we are exhaling in Bhastrika? I don't know whether I explain it right or not, but.
It's a good point. The good point is, if you see most people, when they do the Bhastrika, they don't let the abdominal area go in well enough. Now, of course, what happens is Bhastrika is really designed as a breathing exercise. So how much it goes in doesn't matter. But the key part is, for reducing belly, I will suggest two exercises. One is Kapalbhati, the way we do, and the second one is the Bahya Kumbhak. And the Kapalbhati, the way we do, remember, you fully exhale, and after exhaling, you do short exhalations from there. So if you do it that way, you will find the belly will also go down. Okay, so now we are open. Yeah, go ahead, Sadanand.
Hi. Yeah, I got your email. Thanks a lot. I have two questions. One is on this topic, importance of fasting. Is it a good idea to do once a week? If yes, then how to do it? And second question is, I do Kapalbhati, Bahya Kumbhak, and one more as per your suggestion. But sometimes I do in a different order. Like during this class, like from 6:30 to 7, when you are talking, I do the other one. Is it okay, or should I follow the sequence?
No. It is quite okay what you're doing. It is serving you well. Do you find your metabolic side looking better?
Yeah. I'm feeling much better, and everything is good. Thanks.
Wonderful.
And also, another testimony from my side is like when I met you last year in April, I had a meniscus tear.
Yeah.
But I'm completely healed, and I started all the activities. I did 12 hours hiking last week, and I play tennis a couple of times a week. So thank you. But I have a question on fasting. So
I will answer the question on fasting. By the way, this is something which we have seen in other cases too. From conventional medicine perspective, if they see anybody with a meniscus tear, they want to do arthroscopic surgery to remove that tear over there. But on the other hand, what we have found is that in a yogic way, you can heal it, and it is more lasting because there is no intrusion in there. You will find that it will do less damage to the knee because it will heal itself.
Yeah, I went to doctor and they suggested surgery is the only option.
Yes. And that we have discovered is absolute. They scare people into telling them that if you don't do surgery now, then you might get early onset of arthritis. And as our good Dr. Sarkar says, if they do surgery, you have greater chance of early onset of arthritis. And, just by the practice of pranayam and by giving enough rest to the knee and doing practice of pranayam, you can completely take care of meniscus tear. Anyway.
What type of pranayam we should do it for?
Bhastrika pranayam, actually Anulom Vilom pranayam for 5 minutes, followed by 5 rounds of Bhastrika pranayam.
Okay, my husband has, but he doesn't listen to me. But I will let her know.
You see, we had somebody who was over here earlier on, and you see what happened is this person never told us that he was going to have a surgery till 2 days before his surgery was scheduled. So I told his friend, maybe that's what it's, it was his karma was meant to be. And so be it. Yes, they have high. Namaste ji. And so we just, your husband is probably meant to do something else. So be it.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Doctor,
I have a quick question.
Dr. Rajan,
I woke up with a sprain this morning, severe sprain.
dryness in the nose.
Neck.
Let's go one at a time. Kumar, please hold on. Let Ramesh Gupta finish.
Okay. Alternate breathing. Is it normal to have some dryness inside your nose?
Why? When?
When you do alternate breathing.
Oh, yes. When you do the breathing, it is normal. And in fact, I talk so much, my throat feels dry all the time. And so the thing is, anytime when we overuse something, that will happen. But it is important, there are ways to lubricate yourself. You can put ghee in your nose. If you put a drop of ghee in each nostril or a couple of drops, it will actually ensure that your loss of moisture is minimized.
No, I'm talking inside the nose lining.
Yeah, nose lining inside.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. So Kumar, and then we'll go on to Gupta ji. First, Kumar.
Yeah, I woke up with a severe sprain on the left side of the neck this morning. So obviously I slept in a bad posture.
Okay. Actually, if you do alternate nostril breathing, Anulom Vilom for 5 minutes with the visualization, the way we do, right?
Yes.
If you do it for 5 minutes, you'll find significant relief coming out of it. So maybe you can do it right now.
Okay.
And Sharmistha Gupta ji, you were going to say something? Go ahead.
Dr. Rajan, namaskar.
Namaskar.
A very important topic. We joined about a couple of weeks ago and we had introduced ourselves. One young man brought this meniscus topic, and I've been suffering from that for about 4 weeks. I saw 2 times the ortho doctor, and he says, my right knee meniscus here is torn. And the biggest problem I see, I can walk and do most of your exercises, but the issue is I can't sleep because it won't let me turn any which way, and walking also hurt. So that topic was good. I was going to wait for a couple more weeks till I do your exercise, but since the topic was brought today, and this young man said that he has got cured with your diagnosis. So I would like to see if you can talk about this now, or I live in Potomac, Maryland, not too far, or we can come and meet with you.
No. I will talk about it right now. Okay. The first thing to realize is what we are doing is palliative yoga. Okay, we are not doing restorative yoga over here. And so when you have a meniscus tear kind of thing, that is a therapeutic thing that we need to deal with. Okay. So these exercises that you're doing is not going to cure it for you.
Right.
Okay. So what you need to do is you have to give a lot of rest to your leg. In other words, don't overuse it. Don't, try to do walking and other kinds of exercises. The key thing that you're going to focus on is minimal use of legs so that you get rest, and maximal pranayam. And what is the pranayam? 5 minutes Anulom Vilom pranayam. And then after that, 5 rounds of this Bhastrika pranayam. Do it, if possible, you look like you're retired, then do 3 times a day.
I can do 3 times a day.
Yes. And you do that. And in about, what will happen is it will take about 6 months to heal. Okay, 3 to 6 months to heal. It's not going to heal very quickly. Okay, but what happens is it will take care of the natural healing process of the body. And so, in other words, what happens is when natural healing happens, it has ability to take care of itself. When you do something from outside, then the body doesn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, I refuse the injections and things like that. I told him I don't want anything injected or taken. So the rest is there, but it's not improving very fast, or not improving at all, actually.
Yeah, but actually, my suggestion is do the Anulom Vilom 5 minutes and this Bhastrika 3 times a day. And 1 week from now, next Tuesday, tell me whether you find enough benefit. Okay. 3 times a day of this practice is very aggressive practice.
Okay. We'll do that, and I'll let you know.
Sure.
And my wife has a question too.
So Dr. Rajan, I had the same thing, but I have done arthroscopy, and since then the knee is always hurt. And
I know that is the, I'll tell you something. One of our good friend, Rameshji, there is a person who comes to, a maid who used to come to his home to work, and she had some digestive issue or whatever. They told her the only way to deal with it, I think Crohn's disease or whatever.
Yeah.
They told her the only way to deal with it is they have to do surgery. And what they did is they took it out and they put a little pouch over there, a bag, where for all the things to go out. And once the surgery was done, only then she realized what she had gotten into. And she apparently said, if I knew this was it, I would have lived with my condition rather than have this. So modern medicine, the moment you get the knife of a surgeon in your hand, you know you are in trouble.
That's true.
And as far as you see, the Ayurvedic view is that surgery is a last resort in order to save a life. In instances where it's not involved of saving a life, surgery should be avoided. Actually, somebody, I cannot remember who it was, somebody within our group or somewhere, but told me that the person had been diagnosed with kidney stones.
Okay.
And so I immediately told him, in Ayurveda, there is a remedy how to, it will take a little bit of time, but how to, break down the stones. And I know somebody who actually did it. You know this plantain tree, the banana tree?
Yeah.
The trunk of it, if you take the trunk out and you squeeze the juice, and you have it for a period of a few weeks, the kidney stones, dissolve and go away.
So Dr. Rajan, what is the good thing for this knee arthritis? What should be, because I'm very active, but it's bothering me.
You see, what it is it all depends upon how much damage your surgery did. So what we should do is we should probably take a reading of the nadis to see whether we can help you or not.
Okay.
And so we'll have to take it up separately.
Okay, we'll do that. Thank you so much.
Okay. Now, coming back now, we only have about 10 minutes to go. Now, I'm going to ask you, Ramesh Bhutra, who was listening to all our discussion last week and earlier, even yesterday, about, last week, about this Swadharma. And, how do you recognize your Swadharma and all of this? If that is a discussion you want to have further, we can have that discussion before we continue with the Yoga Sutras. Is there a question on that subject? Yes, go ahead, Ramesh Gupta, go ahead. You need to unmute yourself.
Please explain a little more on Swadharma. How can one do rightly?
Okay. The thing is, you see, the nature of life is such. Things that you're meant to do in your life, which is what is the concept of Swadharma, they actually come in front of you one way or the other. You see, when people come in front of you, just within your inner, without using your mind, if you use your mind and you judge a person by the way they look and all of these things, you see, then in which case your mind will take you away from Swadharma. So listen to the inner self, what you feel is right. And as things come in front of you, with your inner essence, if you take decisions, then you're fulfilling your Swadharma. And that is why in our Indian tradition, we say it is very, very important to do daily deep relaxation, meditative practices like mantra jap, Gayatri jap, and all of these things. Then what happens is you are more well connected with your inner sense, and your inner sense guides you better. So when we do this relaxation practice, think for yourself. Not only are you physically feeling better, but your mental guidance is also better for you because the mind doesn't get in the way with all too much of things getting in. You're thinking more clearly, right? So automatically Swadharma gets fulfilled. If you lead a life with yama and niyama, automatically Swadharma will get fulfilled.
So many times I felt it. But now with this, I believe that we should be.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Dr.
Yes. Thank you. Ashok Gupta ji, and were you going to say something? No. Okay. Okay.
I don't find any reference to Jivatma and Paramatma in that context in the Yoga Sutras, like what we see in Bhagavad Gita in a very big way.
Yes, they are two different traditions, so they use the same different language to describe the same thing.
Okay.
So what happens is the Jivatma is the Prakriti and Purusha is the Paramatman, if you can think in terms of. So another way to look at it is the Prakriti is what is the created, and the inner element that is connected with the source of creation is what you would call as the Atma, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that it's a different different language, but it's the philosophy is exactly the same.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So the other day, last Thursday, I believe, we were having, after you left at 7 p.m., a few of us still lingered around and we were having this Swadharma discussion. Ramesh Butadaji was there and Srijit and Jaganji. So the question I asked and was there as a follow-up to the Swadharma question, or the one I had asked, is, people fail in life, especially entrepreneurs and scientists. It's part of their job. Where is that line between what doesn't work out as an entrepreneur or what doesn't work out as a scientist? Because failure, that's how every research is done. You fail at 10 different things and it is a data point, and same way it happens for an entrepreneur too. Then does that mean where does Swadharma fit in with that failure as part of the job?
See, what happens is there are two kinds of failures. One kind of failure, actually you learn a lot from it. The other kind of failure, you don't learn very much from it. Okay? So the kind of failure that you learn from it to go to the next step is probably part of your Swadharma. Think of a person like Einstein, Albert Einstein. Can you think of how many instances he failed?
Failed a lot.
He failed a lot?
Yeah.
But his intuitive sense had lot of his intuitive way in which he was leading and he going forward. It probably directed him in many good ways. If you think of Thomas Alva Edison, he failed a lot. And he used to say, inspiration is 1% and perspiration is 99%, right?
Right.
So the thing is, you see, but from a yogic standpoint, we say inspiration is 50% and perspiration is 50%.
Okay, so interesting part about Albert Einstein came up. So Albert Einstein had initial success in his as a researcher. Whatever theories he proposed, some of them got proven. Photoelectric effect and was the prominent one, and Brownian motion was the other one. But the special relativity never got proven, and then he went into doing other general relativity and so many things. But those were not much successes, so to speak. Like he had more failures after gaining prominence than before gaining prominence.
You see, what happens is, if you think of all the gurus who have big names, right? The real things that they developed and they made more impact was when the sense of me as an important person was not there. Once people become important, we haven't got to that in the Yoga Sutras.
Achha.
If people start feeling that they're doing something, doership gets in the way of progress.
Dr. Narayan, so even now, people are 70, 80 years old and they still don't know their Swadharma. So it's not that they haven't tried, isn't it? After a certain time, you'd expect Swadharma to hit them in their face, so to speak.
No, actually what it is I understand there may be people like that. But on the other hand, you have to understand, Swadharma comes and hits you in the face and standing in front of you all the time. Okay, it is up to you how you deal with it. So in other words, you're a mom and you have children to take care of or whatever. So your Swadharma is sitting in front of you. Okay. Now, there may be a set of people for whom they're trying to have a child very badly and the child is not coming. Then in which case, perhaps that was not meant to be their Swadharma, but they're bang their head against it, with the idea that that is what is needed, right? And so yes?
But the Swadharma, being a mom or being a parent, isn't that just the cycle of life? Because your Swadharma there's a purpose for you being in this world. That is part of Swadharma.
What happens is, too often what we try to do is we try to rationalize things that are intuitive in a rational, worldly way. Okay? So what happens is, you see, in our tradition, what we do is before we eat, we take a little bit of water and we go around the, food that we take and we offer it and then we have it, right?
Yes.
So when we take the water like this and we put around the plate over there and then we have it, of course, what we are doing is we are offering to the divinity and then having it. But then one person, whom I knew, he was trying to justify, the reason why we did is in those days we sat on the floor and ate, and there could be ants that will come. So you put the water around so the ants won't come to your food. Okay. So think of how a person is giving a rational justification for something that is spiritual. Okay. So what happens is we can, the way in which you think, you can always give a rational explanation for something spiritual, but the essence of living is essentially spiritual. We are at every moment in time, if you live with true to your soul, every moment of your time is a spiritual time. And this is where the concept of dharma, artha, kama, moksha comes in. Dharma is the cosmic law by which you're fitting in. Your intuition is guiding you. Artha is we are born in this body to fulfill a worldly purpose in life, whatever that may be. And every moment is a spiritual moment to fulfill your purpose. And the kama, too often it is very wrongly stated. Kama literally means desire to know who am I. It is the third phase of the life. In Vanaprastha leads you to Kama. Kama leads you to Vanaprastha. The inquiry, who am I? That is the biggest desire of people want to know. What is the meaning of life? About why is it people are born and people die? What is the meaning of life? That is the Kama. And from there, it leads you to moksha. When you realize it, you become liberated mentally. So this Purusharthas, the 4 Purusharthas have been fully wrongly understood, and people describe it in different ways. So every moment in life is a spiritual life once you learn to connect with it. And that's why the name of our organization is Life in Yoga. And so many people mistake it and call it yoga in life.
Okay.
With that thought, let's close over here. Oh, Narayani, go ahead quickly.
So if you cannot find your Swadharma, so the whole next life will be all about what you were trying to find in this life?
The more and more you seek to find in life, what happens is you create vasanas and leanings and unfulfilled expectations, which all becomes part of the bundle of program for which you have to be born again.
Okay.
So with that thought, let's close
so
over
all that
here.
extra work we do in this life that doesn't get fulfilled, that is not part of this life's Swadharma, gets accrued towards the next life's Swadharma.
If you don't give up those expectations.
Rajanji, can we have one whole session on Swadharma and karma? I mean, this was not enough.
Yeah, see, Narayani is clapping right there. Yes.
By the way, on this coming Saturday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., Seva International is organizing a session, and I've sent it to Bal Mukund. You can share it with everyone. The name of the topic is the role of Swadharma. The role of Swadharma to have a healthy body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so that is the topic. So all of you can join in. It is going to be in a mode where besides this kind of Zoom web mode, it's also going to be in YouTube coming through. So they have given the link, so you have it over there and you will share it with all of you. Okay.
Will there be time for QAs?
Whatever Seva group decides.
Okay.
I'm not. So with this, we'll close over here.
Thank
We
you.
are already 2 minutes beyond time. So we'll see you tomorrow and we'll continue the conversation.
Have a blessed evening.
Yoga family.
All right, bye-bye. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rajan.
Good night.
Thank you, Dr.